Okay, let's look up certain topics for theories. There has to be theories about his songs. I just want to know how any of these connect to Lemon Demon. What does Neil Sariga have to do with this? Hold on. Whenever Liz Lemon... Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Reddit. There's definitely gonna be some Half-Life theories. Okay, I think... Geez, okay, we've gotten enough of... We've gotten plenty of Half-Life theories to read through. I think enough to fill out the rest of the video. Gmod is a terrible alternate reality of Half-Life. So we've all likely played Gary's Mod at least once, right? I have. Insert clip of me playing the game, doing something weird.
Oh! Oh my fucking god! Oh!
This is a good game. You ever get that off feeling when you're on your own in Construct, or any other map for that matter? Take a moment to look around, and then you'll feel it. It's loneliness and desolation. Yeah, it's what happens when you're alone. Many GM_ maps are terrifyingly empty. These maps are roamed by NPCs or the regular people. Select lucky few have access to the physics gun and tool gun, giving them the frightening power of bending the rules of the universe at their leisure. Okay. Alright, okay, that's... Alright. Look at this wall of text. The G-Man is one of the most mysterious and elusive characters in gaming. I feel like I need to do this in a chill's voice. Guiding Gordon Freeman along his journey on the campaign to kick the Combine off Earth. It is my theory, however, that the climax of the G-Man's plan will end up with the destruction of humanity. In Half-Life Alyx, it is revealed that the death of Eli Vance went against G-Man's plan, and he used Alex Vance and his own intentional capture to orchestrate Eli's revival to continue his plan. The important thing to note is that Eli wanted the Borealis to be destroyed, even though it could be used as a weapon against the Combine, kicking them off Earth for good. The G-Man wants Eli to live, so the Borealis will be destroyed, so it cannot be used as a weapon against the Combine, so they can return. The Combine would return to Earth by using Zen. It's established that the Combine has full control over Zen now, which is a border world with cross dimensions. All new links to be established, so the Combine can use the old links from Black Mesa or links of their own, blah blah blah. big wall of text. You know, I don't want to read another G-man. My proof. The Demogorgon looks like the bull squid. Well, Mario looks like Eggman. Mario, yeah. Giant lumen 4 or 5 legged creature in the other dimension looks like a Gonarch or a Strider. In season 3, at the end of episode 1, while they are using the high energy beam to open up a gateway between worlds.
Exactly like Half-Life.
The scientist we see walking into the control/observation room looks like Gordon Freeman. There are all sorts of phenomena that can be seen that are exactly like what is going on in Black Mesa when the incident occurs. I think what we are seeing is a story of how the Americans tried to get to a parallel universe as part of the Cold War with the Russians. Really, buddy? The Russians caught on and made an attempt to do the same. This all culminates in a renewed attempt by the G-Man at Black Mesa with Gordon Freeman and Elias to protect his Russian The fuck did you just say? You cannot just throw at me. Who's Russian origins? The G-Man or Gordon? You cannot just throw at me that Mr. Freeman is a Russian. You can't just take it and just you can't just the one scientist familiar with the experiments conducted. You can't just throw that at me. Damn. Jeez, man. Unless Netflix has a Half-Life licensing agreement, I'm gonna go with Half-Life fans employed as writers on Stranger Things. Now, some people may have noticed, and others haven't, but in case you haven't, at the start of the first Half-Life game, we see Gordon Freeman walking around the Black Mesa facilities. And at one part of this, Gordon Freeman walks into his locker, where on the inside there's a picture of a baby in the bed. That's Joshua. A person is only going to have a picture of a baby in their locker because it's a baby they know, either their own, or a close friend or family member's child. It's a gift for someone else, or themselves that they've received, in which the case the baby could in fact be young Gordon Freeman. I've known this to happen in real life. It's part of some strange practical joke that's been done on Gordon, or is to be done on someone else. There is an interest in the child, if they're on the hunt for the omen and need a picture to identify them. Now, 2 and 3 are very unlikely, and as much as I like the idea of Gordon being late for work because he was at Black Mesa's nursery looking for his child, Black Mesa's nursery. I don't. Since when was there a Black Mesa nursery? Failed, and as a result, the apocalypse happened that day in the form of creatures from his underworld. It means that the most likely explanation is to do with one. Child could be a nephew/niece, for example. However, when people have pictures of children at work, it's likely that they are a parent. It's for this reason I will infer the following theory. The child is Gordon Freeman's. The reason no one ever asked him if he's found his child, although he has no free will and does as the G-Man says, meaning that he wouldn't be able to look for them, is mute. It's because the child died before the events of Black Mesa. So your theory is that I can guess where the baby is? It's in hell. So he keeps a picture in his locker to remind him of his child at the start and end of the day, but not on his desk, if he has one, because it's too painful. What happened to the mother? Either after the death it was too difficult for them and they unfortunately went their separate ways, or she also died, again explaining why no one ever mentions her, either before, during, or after the child did, either in a car accident, during labor, etc. Now, as the pride and joy in his life outside of work is gone, and he isn't inspired to be so sociable anymore, hence has become almost mute. Though there are other reasons like a larynx condition, generally awkward/shy, etc. Okay, if that's meant to be Alex, why does Gordon have a picture of her? What? Okay. Is there a TLDR on this? Because there's no way I'm reading this entire thing. This one seems interesting. Both are dystopias featuring a superficially charismatic, but ultimately vile humanoid dictator. Okay. Said dictator has a bitchy but hot redhead assistant. Both dictators also live in a massive labyrinthine towers that let them observe everything. Anyone who steps out of line in society is punished by being converted into a lesser life form. The protagonist uses the tools of the working class. Both Mario and Gordon use crowbars, and both characters solve puzzles involving pipes and valves. They also run through sewers multiple times. The protagonist has a cute sidekick that acts like a dog. Said dog-like sidekick gets along great with the idealistic female lead, who has closer ties to the world of adventure than the protagonist does. You know what, devil may cry. That was explained in 5. Pay attention. Oh, it's 5 years ago, never mind. This aged poorly.
Well, you can show it. What is it then?
He's your father!
Dante's actually a Bollywood protagonist. Jesus. You could have just written something out. You didn't have to, like, put a bunch of links. Dante can keep enemies airborne while using bullets. So can Bollywood characters. Dante can spin in place. Oh, it's just a bunch of videos. Alright. Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. What do you mean Bollywood characters also can sit down? Everyone can sit down. I'm sitting down right now. Does that make me Dante? Oh, that was cool. I want. Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's dead. Poor guy. Wow, he's cool. He's cool. Awesome. He's flying. You know what? We've seen some interesting theories about Sponge. Let's just look up SpongeBob theories because. Oh. Is that so? Who loves money is greedy other than Mr. Krabs? No one. So he wants to save as much money as possible. But how do you save more money than not paying your workers? Having a wife is not cheap, so he was single. So he adopted bro. But why? As the name of the post says, he might have done it for tax exemption. Bikini Atoll is part of the Marshall Islands, which which were part of the U.S. We are using U.S. laws for SpongeBob being made in America and made in it. Okay, this one has to be a joke. The briefcase in the movie Pulp Fiction actually contains tickets to go see the first SpongeBob movie. This has to be like some sort of joke, right? It may sound extremely dumb, but hear me out. It is extremely dumb. I think this, you're telling some sort of joke. You're trying to be funny. You sound insane. At the very start of the SpongeBob movie, we see some pirates looking for a treasure, which they end up finding. Once they get the big chest, the captain steps up to see for himself the contents of said chest. When he finally opens it, inside of the chest glows with some sort of golden luminescence. Exactly the same as the one in Pulp Fiction. Only to reveal the chest regarding front row tickets to see the first SpongeBob movie, the greatest treasure of them all. Okay, there are comments on this. Now I know that the ticket taker gets the tickets from the pirates at the entrance of the cinema, but finish off this video by reading the comments. I know he said that he intended to get some money for them, but I like to imagine that Marcellus Wallace planned on seeing the movie. I imagine Jules yelling at Roger Brett and Marvin going, "We're the motherfucking..." I can't do a Samuel Jackson impression. I can't. You mixed universes with this theory. What we know about a film takes place in said film's presented universe. There is no evidence presented that the Pulp Fiction universe has the SpongeBob character. You can't apply our universe to any film's universe. If by chance a Pulp Fiction reference comes along on SpongeBob, this also interestingly does not flow backwards and would be SpongeBob's universe's own Pulp Fiction separate from ours. It's a weird facet of fan theory, but important. Alright, I think that's it for the video. That was madness. So I think what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna eat food. Yeah. Thanks for watching.